So this is Danielle Linder for my reflection for the baseline video InTASC Standard 1. I feel like the class overall went pretty well, but if I was to change things, I would have probably put a visual aid from the beginning of the class, so students knew what they were needed to be doing when they got inside the class. So I did write the directions down that I wanted them to think of some team names, but I should have maybe also added some pictures for them as well. I think that I should have put the call and response, the hand clapping. I should have done that, and I should have gone over just classroom rules in general because it was our first class together. So, I mean, maybe for the next class I'll do it. I'll go over just like basically my standards and there's what I'm expecting of them to how I need them to act in class. But overall, they were really well behaved and the classroom management was not difficult at all. I think that they're just like a great group of students, and this was our first class together. And I really liked that they were just excited, and I feel like all of the activities that I planned were pretty interactive. And so, I put the kids in groups, and I feel like in my experience, this is very good for their development for InTASC Standard 1 because this is a good motivation. It also is good for them because they are ELL learners, to give them some vocabulary, to look in their vocabulary books, collaborate from the time they get into class about what they would like to be named. Sometimes it takes a long time for them to choose what name they want to be, and that kind of took up like too much time in the class. You don't see that in the video that I sent you. And then we did the hot seat game, which was also a scaffolding technique that I used and is also from InTASC Standard 1 for their development, because the hot seat game was that they had to basically guess whatever the object was behind them, and they were all the colors. And today, that class, we learned about colors, we learned about A through Z phonics, and we learned about spelling, and we learned about preposition of place and how to say those preposition of place words in a role play. And so that was a really good like introductory warm-up game. The group phonics assessment went really well. Maybe if I was to do it again, I wouldn't just do like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like maybe I would just like do a random A, and but I mean that was a good lead into the topic, I think. And overall I think that was fine. When we did the dictation, the spelling colors and listening quiz game, I did deviate from the lesson plan, and instead of using like b, l, like to spell out blue, I just ended up saying blue because their English levels, I realized, were high enough for them just to hear the word without needing to do the phonics breakdown of it. And but I mean, we still need to work on phonics. And lastly, I just didn't really have enough of a like cool down when the class was finished. So then we did like where is and where's the pen, and this is where I think I could have done the classroom rules and everything like earlier on so that they knew like what was expected of them. Also, again, like raising their hand and just like shouting things out, like, I put that in the video. But yeah, I think the game, the role play went well, and the students were able to do it. In the future, I need to move around more in my class and to make sure that I'm getting the students that aren't able to get it. And so that's just my reflection for this first video. And as well, I would have liked to have like worked on like an exit ticket. Like I really do need to work on, I feel like, my transitions sometimes. So that's my reflection.